Here's the truth nobody tells you. Speed doesn't have to cost six figures. While everyone's drooling over $100,000 sports cars, smart enthusiasts are scooping up performance machines for pocket change, cars that can smoke vehicles 10 times their price. Today, we're revealing 5 genuinely fast cars under $5,000. These aren't rust buckets, they have proven performance. Number 2 has a cult following, and number 1 might be the best bargain ever. Watch all 5 now, only on CarCulture-X. Car number 5. Ford Mustang GT, 1999 to 2004. The V8 Thunder. Starting at number 5 is the 4th generation Ford Mustang GT with the 4.6-liter V8, producing 260 horsepower and 302 pound-feet of torque. This is America's muscle car at its most affordable. The quarter mile comes in around 14 seconds flat with 0 to 60 in about 5.8 seconds. That's genuinely quick for a car you can find for $3,000 to $5,000. But here's the real beauty. The aftermarket is absolutely massive. Basic bolt-ons like intake, exhaust, and a tune push you into the 300 horsepower range for under $1,000. Want more? Supercharger kits are abundant and can get you 400 plus horsepower for $3,000 to $4,000. Parts are dirt cheap. A starter motor costs $50. Brake pads are $30. Oil changes are $25 if you do them yourself. Insurance is reasonable because these cars have low premiums due to their age. The handling isn't groundbreaking with the solid rear axle, but it's predictable and fun. Common issues include the plastic intake manifold cracking, which is a $200 DIY fix. The rear differential can whine if abused, so listen during test drives. Check for rust in the rear wheel wells, especially in snowbelt states. The interior is dated with cheap plastics, but who cares? You're buying this for that V8 rumble and rear-wheel drive thrills. The seats are comfortable, and visibility is excellent. For $5,000 or less, you're getting authentic V8 performance, massive aftermarket support, and that undeniable cool factor of driving an American icon. Car number 4. Acura RSX Type S, 2002 to 2006. The VTEC Screamer. At number 4 is the Acura RSX Type S, with Honda's legendary K20. A2 engine producing 200 horsepower at 7,800 RPM. This engine is a masterpiece that features VTEC, delivering a noticeable power surge around 6,000 RPM that feels like engaging a second engine. The 0 to 60 time is about 6.5 seconds with a quarter mile around 15 seconds. But numbers don't tell the whole story. This car encourages you to rev it out, shift at redline, and experience the joy of a high-revving, naturally aspirated engine. The 6-speed manual is one of the best ever made with precise shifts and perfect clutch engagement. Handling is exceptional. The chassis is stiff, suspension is well-tuned, and steering provides excellent feedback. It rotates beautifully through corners with minimal understeer. The aftermarket is legendary. Basic bolt-ons push you to 220 horsepower. Turbo and supercharger kits can reliably make 350 to 400 horsepower on stock internals. Reliability is outstanding. These are Hondas, so they'll run forever with basic maintenance. It's common to see examples with 200,000 plus miles still running strong. Maintenance is cheap and any mechanic can work on them. Watch for synchro wear in second and third gear during test drives. Check for rust on the rear subframe in harsh winter areas. The biggest challenge is finding one that hasn't been poorly modified. Look for stock examples or tastefully modified cars with good maintenance records. Finding a clean Type S under $5,000 is getting harder, but they're still out there at higher mileages around 150,000 to 180,000 miles. For a Honda, that's barely broken in. This car represents front-wheel drive performance at its finest with an engine that begs to be revved. Car number 3. Mazda RX8, 2004 to 2011. The Rotary Revolution. At number 3 is the Mazda RX8, one of the most unique sports cars you can buy. The 1.3-liter rotary engine produces 232 horsepower at 8,500 RPM. Yes, a 1.3-liter making 232 horsepower. That's supercar-level power density. The rotary revs to 9,000 RPM with smoothness that piston engines can't match. There's no vibration, just silky power delivery. The engine note is distinctive and addictive. Performance hits 60 miles per hour in 6.4 seconds with mid-14-second quarter miles. But the real magic is handling. Perfect 50-50 weight distribution, double wishbone front suspension, and a chassis engineered for driving pleasure. This car corners like it's on rails with communicative steering and perfect balance. Professional reviewers consistently praised it as having some of the best handling at any price point. The RX8 also features rear suicide doors, making it a legitimate four-seater sports car. You can fit adults in back for short trips, adding surprising practicality. Now the reality check. Rotary engines require specific maintenance. You must check oil every fill-up because they burn oil by design, about a quart every 1,000 miles. Let the engine warm up before revving hard and occasionally run it to redline to prevent carbon buildup. Follow these rules and rotaries can be reliable. Get a compression test before buying. Healthy rotaries should have compression above 6.5 kilograms per square centimeter on all faces. Low compression means a rebuild is needed at $2,500 to $4,000. Fuel economy is terrible at 16 to 18 miles per gallon combined, and insurance is high. But here's why it's on this list. When you find a well-maintained RX8 with good compression, you're getting one of the best handling sports cars ever made for $3,000 to $5,000. The driving experience is utterly unique. Nothing else offers this combination of handling, exotic engine technology, and four-seat practicality at this price. Common issues include ignition coil failures, catalytic converter problems, and weak stock clutches. Budget $600 to $800 for an aftermarket clutch upgrade. The RX8 is a car you buy with your heart for driving purity and unique engineering. Before we reveal the top two, hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications. We're constantly hunting for the best automotive deals and performance bargains. Don't miss future content that could save you thousands while having fun. Now let's continue with car number 2. Car number 2, Nissan 350Z, 2003 to 2006. At number 2 is the Nissan 350Z. This represents everything good about early 2000s sold Japanese sports cars. Powerful V6, rear-wheel drive, manual transmission, and styling that still looks good today. The VQ35D EV6 produces 287 horsepower and 274 pound-feet of torque. This naturally aspirated engine delivers power smoothly with an intoxicating growl. It's one of the best-sounding V6 engines ever made. Performance is legitimately impressive with 0 to 60 in 5.3 seconds and quarter miles in the low 13-second range. Those are sports car numbers that embarrass vehicles costing 3 times as much. The 6-speed manual is excellent with positive engagement. The clutch is heavier than some competitors, but manageable for daily driving. Handling earns the 350Z its reputation as a true driver's car. Sharp turn-in, minimal body roll, and near-perfect 53-47 weight distribution. The car feels balanced and predictable at the limit. The rear-wheel drive layout means you can slide the tail out, but it's forgiving enough for inexperienced drivers. The aftermarket is absolutely massive. Bolt-ons like intake, exhaust, headers, and tune get you to 320 to 330 horsepower. Supercharger and turbo kits are abundant, with many owners reliably running 400 to 500 horsepower on stock internals. Suspension, wheels, tires, body kits, whatever you want, someone makes it. Interior quality is decent with hard plastics but driver-focused layout. Seats are supportive for long drives. The 2-seat layout with a decent-sized hatch makes it surprisingly practical. You could use this as an only car if you don't need rear passengers. Watch for oil consumption issues in 2003 to 2004 models, so 2005 to 2006 are preferable. The clutch slave cylinder is a common failure requiring transmission removal, costing $800 to $1,200 in labor. Many owners do preemptive replacement with heavy-duty aftermarket units. Window motors fail frequently at $150 to $250 per window for DIY fixes. Check for rust in rear strut towers and under the spare tire well. Always inspect carefully before purchase. Finding a clean 350Z under $5,000 requires patience. You're looking at 120,000 to 180,000 miles, but the VQ engine is known for longevity with proper maintenance. Insurance can be expensive, especially for younger drivers. Get quotes before purchasing. The 350Z represents one of the best performance bargains available, with legitimate sports car performance, excellent handling, a fantastic V6, and massive aftermarket support. We're about to reveal number 1, but first, make sure you're subscribed to CarCulture-X. Hit that like button if you're enjoying this list, and comment which car you'd choose. Now, let's get to the best fast car, a car under $5,000. Car number 1, Chevrolet Corvette C5. The number 1 fast car under $5,000 is the C5 Chevrolet Corvette. This might be the single greatest performance bargain in automotive history. The C5 came with GM's LS1 V8, producing 345 horsepower and 350 pound-feet of torque in base models. 0 to 60 happens in 4.6 seconds. Quarter mile takes 13.1 seconds at 108 miles per hour. Top speed is 172 miles per hour. These are legitimate supercar numbers from a car you can buy for less than a used economy car. The LS1 engine is one of the most celebrated V8 engines ever built. It's powerful, reliable, efficient, and has enormous tuning potential. Basic bolt-ons under $1,000 easily achieve 400 horsepower. The aftermarket is limitless with superchargers, turbos, nitrous, engine swaps. The LS platform supports it all. The 6-speed manual is reliable and smooth. The clutch is surprisingly light for the power output, making traffic driving easier than expected. But handling is where the C5 really shines. This isn't just a straight-line muscle car. It's a proper sports car with world-class dynamics. The chassis is incredibly stiff with a backbone frame and composite body panels. Weight distribution is 51 to 49, essentially perfect. Double wishbone suspension all around with transverse fiberglass leaf springs delivers 0.90 GE on the skid pad. The steering is direct and communicative. The car feels planted at any speed with predictable, confidence-inspiring behavior. Brakes are massive and powerful, capable of repeatedly hauling down from triple-digit speeds. The targa top is removable, giving you open-air driving. The interior is dated with cheap plastics and digital dash, but it's functional with supportive seats and good ergonomics. The hatchback provides surprising cargo space. You can fit golf clubs, weekend luggage, or track day gear easily. This isn't some impractical exotic. It's a car you can genuinely use every day. Fuel economy is respectable at 18 city, 28 highway. When driven sanely, insurance is surprisingly affordable for a Corvette because older C5s fall into lower rate brackets. Parts are cheap and plentiful because the LS1 shares components with trucks and SUVs. Oil changes cost $30, brake pads are $50, and most maintenance is DIY friendly. Common issues include the harmonic balancer failing around 100,000 miles at $400 to fix. The column lock occasionally fails, which is a $200 repair. Pop-up headlights can have motor issues, but replacement motors are $100 each. Check for oil leaks from the rear main seal and valve covers. The biggest concern is finding a C5 that hasn't been abused. Many have been tracked hard or modified poorly. Look for complete service records, clean Carfax reports, and signs of maintenance. A pre-purchase inspection is absolutely worth the $150 cost. Finding a C5 under $5,000 means targeting high-mileage examples between 120,000 and 200,000 miles, but LS1 engines regularly exceed 300,000 miles with basic maintenance. Don't be afraid of higher mileage if the car has been maintained properly. Here's the bottom line. For under $5,000, you can buy a car that accelerates faster than a Ferrari from the same era, handles like a Porsche, sounds like American Thunder, and can be modified to embarrass supercars costing 10 times as much. The C5 Corvette isn't just the best car on this list, it's one of the best performance bargains ever created. A well-chosen car is about balance, not just speed. Reliability and parts availability matter as much as horsepower. A smart upgrade path can turn a modest car into a true performer. Learning your car's limits makes driving faster and safer. Real car culture is built on understanding, not just flexing. Fast cars don't have to cost a fortune. The key is to research, be patient, and budget for maintenance, insurance, and fuel. Each car has its own personality and driving thrill, so choose what excites you most. Drive smart, buy smart, and enjoy every moment behind the wheel. For more tips on performance cars and automotive knowledge, subscribe to CarCulture-X.